boy Cuddy J. Welcome to the Kickback Network. Welcome to the Kickback Network.
Don't worry, Shaq. The General gives you.
So with everybody, man. What a weekend, what a weekend, what a weekend, what a weekend. Praying for Shreveport, my hometown, born and raised. This is like a very tragic weekend. This probably be one of the most tragic weekends the city of Shreveport has experienced probably in a long time, or probably the most time ever. Uh, this tragedy probably is going to bring the city back together, just like back in the day when 9/11 occurred. I think that's probably the only time that America was not divided. Right when 9/11 occurred, I think that right there brought America together. Then it probably ever be together again. It's never been that way in the United States where everybody was together. Everybody had their flags hanging out their doors, front porch, front yard. It wasn't no division. And that's when I'm going back to Shreveport saying this right here might this tragic event that took place over the weekend, domestic violence dispute, with the 8 kids getting killed, 2 injured, getting killed by their father. This might be the thing to bring the city of Shreveport together. It's sad that something like this has to bring the city together or wake people up and get people in their right mind. It's sad that have this event take place and all of a sudden, everybody want to get on one accord, which is cool. It's great. I like it. I love it. Uh, Praying for Shreveport, man. Praying for the families, most importantly, the kids' mothers, the kids' grandmothers. Um, it's crazy, man. Just crazy. It's not the time to be playing around and making jokes and arguing, going back and forth with each other about um, what happened and what should have happened and who's this, who's that. This is not the time to be playing around and making jokes about a situation like this. Even when if you intervene or you listening to a conversation that's getting speaking about the Shreveport situation, you shouldn't be in here trolling or acting crazy or funny. After what took place in Shreveport this weekend, uh, which brings up this guy named Elijah Yanis, who's on Facebook going live talking real heavy noise about Shreveport. The people of Shreveport saying crazy stuff about Shreveport, how it should get burned down, how everybody in Shreveport are dumb, they make stupid mistakes, nobody got any sense. He's judging the Shreveport situation based off one incident that took place from one person. And he's been going hard every day for the last 2 days. I should say not every day, but the last 2 days he's been going hard. He's steady making videos about Shreveport. And for some reason he can do a lot of talking, but he doesn't want to fess up and reply back to what we saying to him. I had jumped under the comments 2 or 3 times asking, "What's up, man? Where you at? What you got against Shreveport?" I'm right here in Dallas. Where you at? The fact that he's from Dallas and he's not from Shreveport and he cracking down on Shreveport the way he is, he has a lot of people disturbed. Uh, that's why I got on the thumbnail. Who is Elijah Yanis? This guy right here, all of a sudden he pops up out of nowhere, made a live video about Shreveport, and now it's like the eyes are on him now. What's up, Mateo Pachila? Welcome to the Kickback Network, man. Weekend wrap up, man. We praying for Shreveport, man. Sham God, man. What's up, my boy? Sham God. I said I was gonna make you a moderator, man. because I fucks with you. I said the next time I see you, I was gonna do that. But just to let you know, get you up to speed about what we talking about tonight, man. I don't know if it reached, well, it did reach, it reached the airwaves in the United States because it was on CNN. You probably heard about what took place in my hometown over the weekend in Shreveport, Louisiana, where the guy ended up murdering all eight of his kids, injured two kids, and some women. So that's been the main attraction what's been going on the last 48 hours, 28 hours I should say, because the situation took place yesterday morning around 6. It was on all airways by noon. It was all through social media. You got people in California talking about it. You got people in Minnesota, Florida. Everyone's been talking about it. It hit home. I'm from Shreveport. It's only right that I speak about this topic and hope you guys can pray with me for Shreveport. Because it hurt. It didn't hurt. Even though it this the situation right here. This situation got the whole city hurt. I never seen a whole city hurt at one time behind any tragic events that took place in Shreveport over the years. But this one right here hit hard for everybody, man. This right here probably gonna bring the city together. They say the dude was an ex-military. I don't know nothing about this dude. Like I said, I've been gone from Shreveport over 20 years. Most of these people that come up, man, in their 30s, I never met them. I don't know them. Now, I will say this: one of the mothers, I know I'm aware of who she is. She's not a friend of mine, but I've seen her faces around over the years in Shreveport. Even me coming up in Shreveport, I've seen her before. This right here took place back on the other side of town. I'm from North Shreveport. This took place in Southeast Shreveport in the City Grove area. Uh, what did it do, 85 cut? Oh yeah, I got you, Shem God, on that moderator, man. What did it do, cut? Dave, what's going on, man? What it do, man? It's real. It's been a tragic weekend in Shreveport, Louisiana, man. Anybody know about Shreveport? We got a lot of people that's familiar with Shreveport. We got, I think David, he's familiar with Shreveport. Um, Big Norte, what's happening with it, Big Norte? You say Raiders, man. Y'all hope y'all have a winning season, man. I hope y'all have a winning season, man. Y'all got a quarterback now, so it shouldn't be no excuses. Uh, but yeah, man, it's been but like I said, this kind of reminded me. I don't know if you guys caught what I said earlier. When 9/11 occurred, that 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 situation brought the whole country together. It was probably the only time America wasn't divided. I think it probably lasted about 3, 4 years where um, the country wasn't divided. Once again, it became a division in the country once Obama got in office. That's when they brought the division back. But this situation that occurred in Shreveport this weekend, I think is going to be what brings the city together. Which is sad to say that it took something like this to bring the people together. Uh, I'm not here to try to. This is not a investigation show, and try to This is a show to kind of uplift the city of Shreveport, pray for Shreveport. Um, we don't know what other families are connected to these kids because we know when you stay in a place like Shreveport, man, everybody's a cousin. Well, not everybody a cousin, but you never know. They might be one of their cousins listening to the live tonight. You never know who's on the live or watching, or it might be a friend of yours that might be related to these people, man. And my whole thing about it is let these people grieve, man. Let these people grieve, and let them grieve how they want to grieve. But at the same time, though, we gotta pray for each other, man. Pray for Shreveport. If you're a father, um, love your kids, man. Love your kids, man. Love your people. What it do, Dave, man? Well, I appreciate you. Um, but you guys tapped into the Shreveport situation, y'all. I know y'all probably don't have as much to say about it as I do. Uh, But I do. How was you guys' weekend? You guys had a nice weekend, by the way, man. Y'all tap that like button, man. Let's run the likes up. Hit the subscribe button if it's your first time tapping into the channel. We're not gonna have a down show, man. We of course we're gonna have fun. This is the Kickback Network, man. Okay. Yeah, man. By the way, man, I hope all you guys had a good weekend. Either way it go. Yeah. There you go, Shem God. You know, put them niggas in time out, man. They want to come here acting. I just made a statement saying this is not the type of topic I want you guys to come in trolling on while we sitting here talking about a serious matter. And you always get these guys to come in. I wonder why this channel right here attracts so many trolls. Did I set the tone? Did I set the tone when I first started doing this live, where all the trolls feel like they got to come to this channel? Cause I remember how I used to be last year. I used to go back and forth with these motherfuckers on here, man, and curse them out. Say, y'all, I did it a couple times this year too as well. But I think this me doing that, man, kind of like brought it brings a lot of trolls to this channel. A 90s ball cap. So how does the 2006 ball cap supposed to be? Since I bought this hat, since I bought this hat last year in 2025, how does the 2026 hat supposed to look like pocket surprise? You want me to go get another hat? Does that hat look like it's a do I should I get another kind of hat then? How does the 2026 Mariners hat look? Cause they all look the same to me, man. I just want to know what a 2026 Seattle Mariners hat look like. See, you got niggas like Pocket Surprise who come in and say stupid shit. They have all day to say something stupid to somebody in public, but they don't say nothing. They don't say shit stupid or disrespectful to nobody in public. But the first thing they do when they run to a computer or their phone is get up under a live chat and say some stupid shit like, that's a 1990s ball cap I have on. They all look the same to me, man. I've been buying hats, man, since the fucking early 90s, and they ain't seen shit change about a fucking baseball hat yet. So, I mean, if you wanted to get a little attention, man, everybody wave their pocket surprise, man. Everybody get pocket surprise. Yeah, I'm looking for a job, man. I'm looking for a job. Good. You looking for a job? Good, man. You need to go find your job. Everybody wave their pocket surprise, man. He wanted some attention, man. I got a 1990s baseball hat on that I bought last year, so I didn't know they had model type of hats, you know. I didn't know hats had a little certain wave at this nigga, y'all. I didn't know hats had a model to them though. Since you want to come in and interrupt a serious topic right now, everybody wave at this bitch ass nigga right here, man. We're gonna give him one more time to make up, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know what I'm gonna do next. I'm glad you guys had a nice weekend though, man. My little son, he fractured his goddamn wrist, man. He went after he left here. He goes home and get on his skateboard, and he fell off his skateboard and fractured his wrist, man. He gonna be having a cast on 6 to 8 weeks. We kind of smoking on. Still we smoking on today, they. That little bud right there. Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you what sucked though, man. if football season wasn't still going on, they got 4 more games left, 2 more weeks because they play 2 games every week, every Saturday. So they got a total of 4 games left. The fact that he's not gonna finish off his football season this year is what hurt me though because we pay for this shit, parents, and not only that, I told my son when you're playing football, man, when you're playing any sports, do not engage or participate in any other physical sport that can get you hurt because it might stop you from doing what you're doing already. But he's young. He's playing 7-on-7 flag football. He can't let shit like this happen when he gets in high school and junior high when he start playing sports. You can't do this. Yeah, but he can't catch the ball though. He's a receiver. He's not gonna catch the ball. That and like I said, it's over with. He's not gonna be able to play football. Another thing happened. I didn't find out what happened until it happened until after he came back from the hospital. Like whenever the situation occurred, they made it their business not to call and let me know because he probably thought I was gonna freak out on him. But I wasn't mad. I was a little upset because I'm like, damn son. But kids get hurt. They can't sit still. They want to go outside and play at any moment they can. He was at my house all weekend, so he wasn't able to play with most of his toys that he played with at his house or his little gadgets he got at his house. But he come over here, we throw the football. We throw football all day Saturday, all day yesterday. We throw the football at each other. That's what we do. But when he gets home, he gets to go home and play with his drone, skateboard, play on his basketball goal, all that type of stuff like that. But I thought the skateboard thing was on pause right now because we playing football. Oh yeah, Leo Ryder had after he left here yesterday. I guess when he went home, he went to go ride on his skateboard, and he fractured his wrist. Man, he texted me last night around about 9:45 with a picture with him with a cast on. And that was his way of letting me. I didn't text back. I automatically called right off top. I'm like, hey man, hey son, what happened? What's going on? He said I fractured my wrist. I fell off my skateboard. And I'm like, okay, damn, it's 9:45. I'm just not knowing about this shit. So y'all been to the hospital and everything. Y'all didn't want to tell me. I'm pretty sure that what it was. So he cried. He's feeling okay. I talked to him today. He's good. He's a champ. You know, I can actually say this. I never broke my arm, never broke a leg, nothing. I never had any type of injuries or nothing like that. Even when I played football. Uh, now I got I got some pain in my body now from those sports days from back when I was in high school playing kick return, punt return, all that shit like that receiver. But I played on defense. But a lot of my that contact is catching up with me now. But I never had a broken arm, a broken wrist, twisted collarbone, none of that shit right there, man. As a kid, they didn't tell me nothing, man. On the way there, they didn't let me like I'm telling you, 85 cut. I didn't find out my son fractured his wrist until he texted me after while he was leaving the hospital. He texted me a picture of his cast on his arm. That's how I found out. And I automatically called his phone back and was like, son, what happened? And he explained to me. I can't even really be mad no more because, like y'all said, that's what kids do. He plays on defense too, though. It's 7-on-7, so he playing on both sides of the field, defense and offense. He's just going to have to set it out, man, and wait till next year, man. It's a learning lesson, though, at the same time. Jared Johnson, how come there are zero black professional disc golfers? I don't know, man. We don't play that shit, I guess. I mean, we don't play that shit in the hood. We don't play that shit. We don't even think about that shit. That's probably why it's not any fucking black people playing disc golf. I mean, that's an easy ass question. I mean, that's an easy answer to a question. I mean, how often you pass through the hood or you be anywhere where you see black people throwing fucking disc golf or whatever they call this shit, throwing discs, whatever. We don't see us doing shit like that. You barely see us playing soccer, nigga. At least you see us hanging around a diverse group. We not playing soccer either. We play basketball and football, and sometimes, man, some of us merge over the baseball. Let's keep it real, dude. Use your fucking head, man. What do you do, Anthony? God damn. Yeah, he gonna be hurt. He gonna have that cast on 6 to 8 weeks, but he need to set his butt still. 85, man. These niggas crazy, man. These niggas crazy, man. He needs to set his butt still, though. He get about to, you know what? He gonna still have that cast on when he get out of school when school's out. So he gonna have to go a couple of weeks without swimming. I know he gonna be ready to go swimming. But like I said, Leo just tapped in, man. We praying for Shreveport, the families, the city itself, because I mean, this is my first time seeing that whole entire city on the same page with each other. Now I know they saying, and I'm seeing a lot of posts on Facebook where people saying, but not only just posts, I see people going live, but people saying they call some people going back and forth, arguing with each other, having disagreements. I don't know what for. This ain't nothing you supposed to be disagreeing or arguing with each other behind. It should be nobody arguing, going back and forth, and trying to see who make the base statement in this matter right here. I mean, the, I knew it was a big deal when the Star Report, Star in the Morning, the Star Report show, it's on YouTube. He was talking about it last night, and he had people calling in, but they didn't really talk. They didn't really function on the Shreveport situation because nobody from Shreveport called in. They pretty much was they pretty much was on the Ice Spice situation. Ice Spice was in McDonald's at whatever time at night in L.A. eating by herself with a friend, I should say. You might as well say she was eating by herself because the friend she was with, the white girl, was all scared and shit. She was walking away from the situation. But here's another thing though. Come on, Ice Spice. You from Bronx, New York. You can't be in L.A., man. You in gangland. You can't be out there acting like that. And nigga could have got you. Nigga could have laid you down. They wanted to. They don't play. They don't have any rules out there. You know, we talked about Ice Spice getting slapped by the girl, uh, Veda. I guess that's her name. The girl tried to make it seem like she walked over there as a fan to ask, Ice Spice, I guess to give her compliments or whatever. But it didn't seem like that through the body language. It seemed like she walked over there with an attitude, and Ice Spice and wasn't trying to hear whatever she was saying. She said something to Ice Spice. Ice Spice said something backfired to her, and that's when the girl swung on Ice Spice a couple times, and she went. The dude had pulled her out the McDonald's. Of course, she was drunk. They have video footage of Ice Spice picking up the dude's phone and throwing it on the ground, which made the guy mad. Um, did they find the what? The motive? I don't know what the motive was for him. I don't know what his motive was for doing what he did, but they did catch him on a high speed chase in Bossier City, which is our sister city across the water. They caught him in Green Acres neighborhood and laid him down there and killed him there. A lot of people are saying he should have went to the judicial system before they killed him. They should have killed him that way. They should have had him. He should have faced the courthouse first, and then he get his punishment. But that ain't how it go, man. You the armed guy, armed and dangerous. You just killed 9 people, kids at that. You automatically supposed to be getting killed. I don't know if he was under the influence. I have no notes about what situation he was in. I mean, it could be anything. He might was just probably fed up with life, and he probably didn't think that it was. I don't know, man. It's some type of mental illness. That's what everybody is putting out there. It's a mental illness that he probably, and he just happened to snap He just happened to snap that time. And the funny part about it, which ain't funny, the sad part about it, he was out with his oldest child having lunch that day, enjoying their time together, having lunch that day, and all of a sudden, things change. Things change. Now, from the look how you look at this dude's face, the picture, he looked like he had some devilish. He had some devil in him, though, man. And like I said, I don't know dude from Adam. Uh, I'm not finna throw that. I'm very careful on what I'm gonna say about this topic about Shreveport. Because I know how people in Shreveport they can see the name Shreveport on the thumbnail and they can automatically say, oh, this dude on here talking bad about Shreveport, or he. Even though I'm from Shreveport, they'll probably be saying, oh, they'll make up some shit. So I got to be careful on what I'm laying out to you guys, or even on the video about Shreveport, because, uh, like I said, man, this is a deep ass cut. Even people who are not family with these people, it's people who don't even know these people, and I'm one of them that don't know these people like that, and I'm hurt. I'm gonna get back to the Ice Spice situation in just a minute. I see y'all still on the Shreveport deal too. I'm gonna stick on the Shreveport stuff as long as y'all on it. I don't want to change the topic. Well, but I also don't want to bleed on the topic if nobody ain't bleeding with it. So, uh, yeah, it's 9:21. I uploaded a video for you guys too, man. Little Northside reunion from last year in my hood. Little couple moments, man. I got some other moments, man, but it's on my other phone that broke. I had them all captured, and I wish I would have had those moments. I would have put on a little documentary, but I I lost footage, so I got a little video that I put up about our Northside reunion. I wish I would have had the part when it was really crunk. I got the beginning of the part. I got the when we first started kicking it off in the reunion. It was a few people there, but around about 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, shit, it was deep out there. He said the military background has to be explained more by the media. They said he had a military background, you know. Now, think about these military people, man. A lot of these people who've been deployed, went over to fight in the war. Even if they didn't fight in the war, they were just over there, hearing bombs and grenades and shit. They came back over here with a different mind state. PTSD, a lot of trauma. And a lot of these motherfuckers, not motherfuckers, but a lot of these people, man, they come uh, back with a different mind than they had before they went there. Um, I was dating a girl who was in the military. She been deployed 3 times. And she joined the military back in the '90s, but you know, between then and whenever she retired, because she retired now, it put an effect in her mental. You know, I got another lady friend who I uh, who I involved myself with. She's ex-military Marine, and these are people who admit to their mental illness, and you got to be careful with these people, man, because it's like certain shit triggers people, man. You never know what triggers people, man, until they triggered. So you gotta watch out when people say they've been in the military and they retired, man, and they young, they went through some shit. Get some shit that they get when they taking medicine and shit like that. They gotta go see a therapist or somebody like that. You gotta watch how you talk to them people or react to them people, man, because they can easily snap, and they will use their mental illness as an excuse to do whatever they do. They my my ex, she used to always that was her excuse for doing anything that she would have done. She always used to throw up, I got mental problems, and they can use that mental. They try to use that mental issue as a pillow, parachute. Flack, what's happening with it, man? Let's get them likes up, though, man. Let's run the likes up, man. I've been having some good lives lately, man. Some good lives. I'm trying to stay consistent, man. But what else going on today, guys? What's up, Flat? What else? Anybody got anything else they want to talk about, man? The playoffs looking crazy right now. Uh, San Antonio made a statement last night. I guess I'm gonna say Wemby made a statement. Them guys are doing good. I will say my 76ers don't have nothing for the Boston Celtics. Even even if Joel Embiid comes back, we have nothing for the Celtics, man. We got to match them for their three pointers, man. I watched that game, man. It's like the Celtics made every three pointer that they shot. It's like they went 29 for 30 behind 3 point range. They didn't make shit, and we couldn't make nothing. So that was even worse. Go Rams, go Niners. Yeah, the Lakers should be able to sweep. Well, the way Well, Kevin Durant didn't play against the Lakers. He set out that game, so I can't even say what the Lakers and Rockets season gonna look like. Series gonna look like. Man, you already know I'm gonna say Jerry Rice, man. Randy Moss, his numbers ain't even close to Jerry Rice. His numbers ain't even close to Jerry Rice. Why are you saying some shit like that? Randy Moss he ain't even close to Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice all day. What type of question to ask a Niner fans? Who you think the best? Moss or Randy? It's like me asking you who you think was better, Marshall Falk or Barry Sanders and shit. You a Rams fan. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nah, not even close, man. Not even, go look at the stats, man. Go look at the stats. And you tell me how close they are. Go look at the stats. Go look at the stats and you tell me how close they are. I know the stats. I just want you talking to an old school nigga right here. A Barry Sanders rookie card? Yeah, he used to have some wild catches, but Jerry Rice did too. Jerry Rice used to catch the ball five. He used to run 5 yard routes and run through the defense and go 80 yards. 70. He got plenty of shits like that. Jerry Rice got a bunch of touchdowns, a bunch of receiving yards, a bunch of catches. Period. We know the term Moss. You got Moss out the Randy. That's cool. Okay, that's everybody. That's rookie cards. Man, you know what? I had a bunch of cards, man. I had about like 3 binders of baseball, football, and football cards. I don't know what my mom did with them, but I got some shit like Jose Canseco. I got Nolan Rhines. I got some motherfucking Randy Johnsons. I got Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr., Ken Larkin, David Justice, Pendleton for the Maddox, Smokes for the Braves. All them niggas like that back in the 90s and shit, man. I got so many cards, man. No telling how much they worth. When does the foot stuff start? I don't know what you talking about, Dub, man. Jerry Rice was a team player. Moss never won a Super Bowl, and there's a reason for that. I don't know why he never win no Super Bowl. Maybe he ain't had no quarterback to get him though. They had no defense. You know, it's more than just a receiver can't win no Super Bowl for you. He said the only people good on the Broncos are this PS2. Who else? The Broncos got a good squad though, man. I was kind of pulling for them. I think if Bo Nix when they got hurt, in the playoffs, I think they would have went to the Super Bowl. I actually think the Broncos, both Knicks when they got hurt, they would have went to the Super Bowl. That's just my opinion, though. Leo, who you talking about? What the cooking show, the cooking episodes? You mean? I'm a little confused. Naomi, what's happening with it, baby? Yeah, he kind of would be. You know, Moss ended up coming to play for us after that year after he left New England too. Randy Moss played one season with the 49ers. Y'all know that? Yeah, I'm not a Broncos fan. I'm a fan of the game first, guys. I'm not no biased person. I'm not gonna say shit crappy about your team because who your team is or who my team is. I'm not a Cowboy fan. I hate the Cowboys, but I'm gonna give them their flowers where their flowers due at. And like I said, the Bo Knicks when they got hurt in the playoffs, they would have went to the Super Bowl. Not they would have won, but they would have went. Nah, man, ain't one thing I ain't. Meeper, man, Meeper, whatever your name. I ain't one thing. I ain't no sucker, man. I don't do sucker shit, man. Not for no dollar either, man. So, nah, no, not no dollar, not no 20. I'm not one of those suckers. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't doing shit. I just take no donation. Yeah, he played for the 49ers once his last season. He played for the 49ers his last season. You know, I'm a Niner fan. You know I know history. Yeah, go look. Go to Google. Google will tell you. I never make up shit. Or the Rams better than the Broncos. I mean, last season, I'm gonna say the Broncos probably was better than me. Now this upcoming season coming, I don't know. Everybody's back to zero. We don't know who's gonna be good next year. We didn't know Chicago Bears was gonna do what they did last. We didn't know a lot of these teams were gonna be doing what they did. The year before last, we didn't know Washington Redskins was gonna do what they did. You played against Christian McCaffrey in high school. Word, righteous. I wish the Redskins get his brother more involved into the offense. Hey y'all, ain't this crazy, man? How Debo Samuels, Tariq, is it Tariq Hill, Juwan Jennings? You know how it's crazy how many free agents are still available that are superstars. Okay, right on. Nah, you just saying that. That's a biased statement you making there, Missouri. I understand that you from Missouri, so you making a biased statement. Injuries play a key in everything, man. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know if Matthew Stafford gonna get hurt. You know he got a bad back. You don't know what your team's gonna do. I mean, you just can't. I understand you're a fan of your team. You're gonna say, yeah, that's who's gonna win it all. You sound like a Cowboy fan. I don't know what you guys talking about searching up, but I mean, like I said, I'm a fan of the game, man. I'm not gonna just over exaggerate on something just because it's my team or I don't like a certain team. I'm gonna call it as it is. That's one of the lights up. I will say though, this some whack ass weed though. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. This some whack ass weed. Sweet. It might be good. It just don't have a. It don't taste good. I might get it. I might be getting high off this shit, but this shit don't taste good, man. This shit don't taste good. That shit don't taste good. smells good though. It just don't taste good. I don't know. Look up Denver South versus Baylor Christian. My name is Donald Landrum. My teammate was Philip Lindsay, another NFL running back. Shit, hey, motion driller. I believe you, man. I don't think you. I don't see. I don't think you have a reason to be lying or making the shit up anyway, though. So I believe you. Yeah, I mean, it just got. I don't know, man. Maybe it's me, man. It don't taste right. It don't have a good taste to it. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I should have rolled it up as a camo. Now what it is, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I ain't smoked swishers in minutes in a while, y'all. Notice I've been smoking the camos, the leaves. And that's probably why it's funky. It has a funny taste to it because I'm rolling it up to something different. But if I get high, I get high. I mean, it don't taste good to me. I know you know 85 cut. He said, look, it does look good though, but shit. All right, so since y'all dried out on the football conversation, what do y'all think about the Ice Spice situation that occurred in McDonald's in LA last week? It took place on Wednesday. It didn't get motion on the story. The story didn't get motion until this weekend, this past week. Are you guys up to speed on Ice Spice getting slapped by, I don't know if it was a fan or a hater? He said he can't find anything, most. My boy, nigga say even to prove you wrong on your on your. Hey man, man, I bring up Ice Spice and everybody get quiet. I asked a question. I said, what you guys think about the Ice Spice situation? Y'all too tapped in on trying to prove each other wrong in the chat. Y'all ain't paying attention to the question I'm asking y'all. All right, the Missouri, man. Hold it down, man. Appreciate you for tapping in to the channel, man. There we go, Summer Love. Somebody come on now. There we go. Thank you for coming in, Summer Love. Shit. Thank you, Summer Love. I'm so happy to see you, man. Damn. It's like I thought every time I talk about music, man, everybody get quiet. Where my hip hop heads at, man? I like my rap gods up in here, man. For real though, man. Y'all know I'm a music nigga, man, and y'all get quiet when I talk about music, man. Like y'all don't listen to music and shit. Or y'all don't listen to what goes on in the music or in the industry and shit. I bring up some fucking sports and y'all be all over the place. It's all good, Summer Love. I'm so happy you up in here though because you came in at the right time. I asked the question 4 times. What do you guys think about the Ice Spice situation? And I'm glad you came in. You being a female at that is perfect timing. Now I will say this though, Summer Love. You especially being from New York or from the East Coast. You gotta think about Biggie Smalls. You gotta think about Pop Smoke. PNB Rock. PNB Rock, he's from Philadelphia. He shouldn't have been at that Mama's Chicken and Waffles. That's the wrong one to be at. He was at the one in the hood. He should have been at the one in Beverly Hills or wherever in the safer spot. You don't. He was, and the thing about it, he was on. And Ice Spice was on Linwood and Hollywood Boulevard. They say that's a bad area right there. Say she was at McDonald's at nighttime. What you expect to run into at McDonald's? You ain't finna run into no other celebrities. Maybe she thought she was gonna be on the down low. Nobody wasn't gonna recognize her. I'm gonna tell you who I'm upset with. I'm upset with the friend who kept on walking away and kind of left her out there. And I did see the video of her and the other girl they got down with each other and shit. But I think the dude was trying to help the other girl, and I seen Ice Spice fall down. She got back up though, and then the dude had swung on her, which I call that bitch move. Why the hell you swinging on Ice Spice? But they in L.A. They in gangland. Bitches get it too. When you come with that hostile shit, you females get it too. Y'all come on that banging shit, you get treated like a man. You get treated like a gang banger. And then one thing, you in the wrong place to be saying fuck where you from. You in the wrong land to be saying fuck where you from. They take that shit serious. So I said the same thing. I feel like she could get away with that. Yeah, but yeah, you just can't be in L.A., man, and because females get it too. You really was blessed because they could have clapped. They could have went all kind of ways in L.A. on their gang banging shit. You a celebrity too. You lucky they ain't go up in your pocket to try to get anything valuable from you. You don't got no security guards around you. None of that. And the reason why I feel like she had did what she did, I feel like Ice Spice stood her ground. What she did, I got to give her props for that. She knew the camera was rolling. She knew the camera was rolling. She had to stand her ground. Now I give her props for that, but she got to be careful though. I ain't saying be no bitch or no punk whenever you go somewhere, but you got to be careful, man, especially in the land of L.A. You know, she could have pulled that shit off in Dallas. Yeah, Dallas one of them safe cities, man, for celebrities. I mean, there's a lot of places that's safe for celebrities to roam around at. Dallas is one of them. See, like DC said, anybody can get it. He ain't lying, man. Them Cali politics are way different, and for you to be way out there in the middle of the street at nighttime in McDonald's on Hollywood Boulevard, not in Hollywood, y'all, on Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah, yeah, you around danger. Yeah, but she stood her ground though, But I felt like it was nonsense from the start, And however, whatever the girl said, yeah, she spazzed out. Whatever the girl said to Ice Spice, even if she said she came over as a fan, it's a way you supposed to approach somebody as a fan, and as a person that's a celebrity, it's a way that you supposed to handle it. That way you won't come off as insulting. I mean, if I walk up to somebody, if I walk up to Wesley Snipes at Whataburger at 10 o'clock at night, I'm gonna think it's cool to say something to Wesley Snipes without him feeling offended or being mad. Want to take you in Whataburger, nigga. You out here like a civilian, nigga, not a celebrity with no security guard, nobody guarding you. You like a normal person. So what? How you doing, Mr. Snipes? That's how I would have took it, but I think old girl was drunk. She probably said some snappy shit to Ice Spice. Ice Spice snapped at her because she's from the Bronx. She's from New York, and and one thing led to another. And whatever Ice Spice said back to that girl, the girl couldn't. She couldn't take it, so she swung on Ice Spice. She swung on Ice Spice, and y'all seen the video. Y'all seen what happened. Shit crazy. How was your weekend, Miss Summer Love? You had a good weekend? Did you enjoy your weekend? Yeah, she definitely need to get some security around her, especially riding around, L.A. and you being from New York, you a female on top of that. You definitely need to have some security around you. I mean, but I still don't like how the friend that she was with that she had around her. I don't like how she was handling the situation. Like she was trying to run from the shit. You definitely don't need her around you in L.A. I'm on a run to get 3,000 subscribers, guys. Now over the weekend, I got up to um, what it said, 2948 subscribers. I woke up this morning, my shit was at 2941. So that means eight people unsubscribed, unsubscribed from me over the weekend. I don't know what I did or what I said, but it's crazy how I lose eight subscribers over the weekend, and I didn't do no video until yesterday. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't think she was from the Bronx either. It was one of her rich friends, and it looked like she was a white girl too, though. Just happened to be. Now, it was one part where the friend was out there in the streets, and she was saying, "Why you got a jumper? Why y'all got a jumper? Why you ain't jump in?" Shit. But yeah, she can't be from the Bronx. The Bronx, anybody from the Bronx, man, y'all, the Cardi B from the Bronx. Everybody, come on, y'all know how. Just being from New York, period. You got that stiff attitude because there's so many of y'all in that city, and y'all living on top of each other. Your nerves already worked up. Yeah, she was scared to death though. Summer love, what you would have did in that situation? And I'm asking you because you're a female, and instead of Ice Spice, if you was with Ice Spice, what would you would have did in that situation? It's crazy. About another thing, guys. This is about the only year that I don't hear everybody say "Happy 420," 420 this, 420 that. That shit it's so lame and so dumb. Nothing to say Happy 420, man. Especially when you somebody who smoke weed every day, all day. Why act like it's a fucking holiday anyway? I would have stood up as soon as she got it. Now, yeah, like right when she swung on Ice Spice, that's when old girl both jumped up and clapped her right there, bam. But you see how quickly Ice Spice reacted, right? Ice Spice reacted quick, like she stood up quick in that booth. That shit was crazy. True story. Keep it 100. Hell yeah. Especially like you out of bounds anyway. You all in L.A. You don't know you don't know. First of all, you don't even know who else is outside. You know it. You see, it was a couple, or I guess three people sitting inside where they was at, and it seemed like it was about five other people outside of McDonald's. Me just seeing this extra people outside, I wouldn't have ran out there like that anyway. At least I knew. At least I got the up on them. You know what I'm saying? And there would have been another case. And see, well, uh, yeah, you were me, and see that's where people bring up, okay, well, if you're a street person, if you still go by the street, you got the street mentality, and you go by the street morals, and you're a millionaire, do you call the police, or do you just avoid the situation completely and don't even call the police? See, me personally, I would have, like I said, if she said she was being a fan and approaching her with a respectful attitude, I would have gave her an autograph or a picture or something. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have had. It wouldn't have got that far with me. And if it would have got that far, I think I would have got my licks in the best in the. I would have got her up inside of McDonald's. I wouldn't have went outside though. But as far as calling the police on them or whatever, nah, I'm not gonna do that. It don't work in my soul to do that. I can't even. I ain't calling the police because the nigga got off on me. I'm just a millionaire. That's all. That's the only thing I do. I'm a millionaire. The thing about it, he should want me to get off on him first so he can sue me for what I got. So that's the stupid part about it. I'm defending myself. I'm gonna take advantage of defending myself. I'm aware of that. Yeah, she got a lot of shit to lose. That's why I said. That's why I don't believe the other girl's story saying that. Now I'm gonna be honest. I take that back. I don't believe what neither one of them said. I don't believe what old girl said. She said was true because I'm looking at the body language. Because she walked over there like she was bouncing her ass on her. She said she went over there to compliment the girls. I don't know what she was complimenting them for. But I think Ice Spice lying about her story, and I think the other girl lying about Ice Spice. Because like I said, they probably even would have went that way in my situation. I would have, if she wanted an autograph or wanted to take a picture, we would have took a picture. I would have gave her an autograph. That's about it. It would okay, go so be it. Move on. It shouldn't be no catty, chatty, patty going on back and forth. But these are two females, and they'll tell her what type of time Ice Spice was on. They did say the girl was drunk. We'll never know what really we would never know what really was said at that table unless we were sitting at the table. But Summer Love, I'm glad you the woman. I'm glad you think like that as a woman because that's a good thing. You ain't trying to you ain't out there with the foolishness, all the ratchet activity. Damn, Leo came up in here and bounced out. Who else came up in here and bounced out? Damn. Look at my moderators. My moderator they came up in here. David came in here and bounced out. Shem got here and bounced out. I'm just talking about moderators, guys. You know, I have a thing, man, when moderators tap in and they leave and don't say nothing. I feel like they supposed to announce they good, even if they coming back. Say, man, I'm gonna be right back. All right, that way I won't find myself like I'm talking to them and they ain't here. You know what I'm saying? Like you announce yourself when you come in, announce yourself leaving. That's how I be if I was a moderator. Hey, yo, I'll be right back. Or hey, I'm gone for the night. But it seems like some of these moderators, man, they just tap up out of here, man. And I don't know what's going on the side of on y'all end, but sometimes I get a text message saying your video stopped playing while you were still talking. But on my end, it might want I might won't get that same vibe. It might be still rolling on my end, but it might just cut you off. The biggest blueberry, man. What's happening with your boy? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. I see hide your women. What they do that big blueberry incorporate, man? Oh, they go Leo, man. I thought Leo. See Leo be having most. See Leo when Leo's on. I know Leo got a lot to ask, a lot to talk about. That's why when I don't see him in the chat, I think he gone. Cause Leo, he know how to keep the conversation going. He's kind of like he's the homie. You know what I'm saying? He know what questions to ask. He know what type of time to be on and shit. At least he's doing something else though. I mean, he could be multitasking. I might be tripping. How did you feel about what happened in your hometown? I'm glad you asked that question, Summer Love. We just got to talking about that, man. Matter of fact, we started the show off of talking about that. I spoke about it yesterday when it first happened. It's real crazy in my city right now, man. This tragic situation right here, it has brought the city together for the first time ever, man. It's crazy how something tragic like this can bring the city together, man. When uh, you know, uh, I hate it happen, man. All I can say is let them people grieve, but I pray for my people in Shreveport, man, because it touched the whole city, man. Even the city council, you got police officers crying. You got it was all type. It was only one moment on social media yesterday on my timeline from people in Shreveport. They had a picture of this police officer lady standing there on the scene, but she had the plump booty, and you got guys, making flirtatious comments about the police officer at a time like this. So I feel like it's not a time to be playing and joking around, going back and forth, arguing with each other on who's this and who's that and who knows this, who knows that. Uh, I seen one dude made a video saying they was wrong for killing him. They didn't have the right to kill that man. They supposed to judge that guy first, then do whatever with him. They didn't supposed to kill him yet. Now, a lot of people went against that. I feel like they just like if somebody you got a guy robbing a bank and he started having a shootout with the people up in there. The police that's their right to kill. Once shots are fired and you armed and dangerous, they got the right to kill you. Just wanted to pop by and show some love. Glad you're back. Hey man, I'm always on here though, Blueberry. You just gotta be on here, man. I'm on here almost at least 4 nights out the week. I'm on my channel. I don't know if you guys getting notifications when I tap in, but yeah, I don't know if y'all do. Y'all get notifications when I post something in the community section. If I was to post something in the community section, do y'all get notified for that? Because if y'all do, I can use that as an advertisement for you guys uh, to let y'all know when I'm going to go on and what I'm talking about that night. That way y'all be prepared for it and y'all be ready for me. Yeah, I did. That's right, Blueberry. I kind of got aggravated, man. I said I was gonna stop, man, because I really wasn't making money off live stream. Because I only get paid. Donations supposed to be the thing why people do live streams. I mean, you only gonna get money if people rewatch the video after it loads up because y'all get paid through the ads. Uh, so I said I was gonna stop streaming. I was gonna go back doing my reaction show and my podcast. What happened on that is that I'm waiting to get a new. I got a camera right here. I got to get a charger for it. I got this camera. I got this camera. I'm gonna start doing my reaction shows. I might go live with this. I'm gonna do my reaction show to my podcast with this camera. I have another camera coming in, plus I got my GoPro. So yeah, I'm gonna start back doing my. I gotta get this fixed. I gotta get this fixed and charge it back up. I can go in the water with this. It's waterproof. Uh, I gotta get a charger for this. And I'm about to start back doing my reaction show because that's where the money gonna come in at the reaction show and the kickback in the podcast because my ads are running a lot more. Appreciate the donation there, Blueberry. Salute you, man. Much love for you on that, man. Love you, dog. Hell yeah. Uh, and like I said, I don't know how to ask for money like that. I'm not on here asking for y'all for no donations all the time throughout the whole show. I probably say it once or twice, and sometimes I forget about I get donations. I'm just on here talking. I don't know how to ask for no money because there's other ways I know how to go get money. But yeah, but I do want to go back to my podcast because I love interviewing people. I love asking questions. I love sharing stories. I love people coming on here sharing their stories and pouring their heart out. I love that. I appreciate and I love my reaction show because my reaction show was I'm saying, yeah, I get the chance to show y'all what I'm talking about because I put a video inside the video and let y'all see what I'm talking about. That way y'all get a better understanding and see what would happen. That way I can really put y'all perspective on what's going on the show. So yeah, I definitely missed them two shows. I do love vibing with you guys on the live stream. That's why I stay doing the live stream. But I got my cameras, man, and I got this other one I'm gonna get. And yeah, I got let me show you others. I got all type of shit, man. I got I got my other one. These the real deal wireless mics right here for the camera. See, I got these my mics right here for the camera. Wireless. I can put them right there. I can pin it on my anywhere. Right here. These are way different than the mics I got right now. So yeah, my wireless mics. I got these right here as well. If I wanna, I got these wireless mics. They not wireless. They got to plug in. So I got mics all out the ass, you know. If I got more than one guest, two guests, I got three guests on, I got mics. All my wireless, my mics and shit, man. I got this right here, the mic, a blue mic right here, the Yeti. So I'm all set, man. Like I said, y'all can yeah, I need to do some IRL streams for real though, man. But yeah, get some sleep though, man. I'm gonna catch you on the flip side. Uh, And like I said, man, y'all can go check out my channel, man. This YouTube channel, man. You go to videos, man. I got over about 700 episodes of reaction shows and podcasts on this channel right here, man. You just got to go click on the homepage, go to videos, and I got so many episodes. You can meet other characters. You can see other. So I got return guests. So yeah, you know. I've been doing, I've been doing, Summer Love. I've been doing this shit since 2017. I just started taking control of the editing part about 3 4 years ago during the pandemic. So I've been doing this for a while. I just cracked the cheat code on YouTube. I didn't know what I know now back then. I've been podcasting since people didn't know what a podcast was. I started podcasting back in 2016 on the Ian Gleason show at iHeartRadio right here. I was on another channel before I started doing pod. I knew what a podcast was, but I was a rapper at first. I'm a rapper first. I didn't start my podcast channel so this channel right here. I started. It was a rap page at first. It was my rap page at first. I made it my podcast channel 2017. I only had probably about 5 subscribers when I started this podcast channel. It was called the Cut Occasionally Kickback Podcast Show. I changed it to the Kickback Network last year. Uh, but I made it a podcast channel, but I wasn't utilizing YouTube like I supposed to. I didn't know the game then. Now I know the game. So yeah, I've been doing it for a while though. I've been doing it for a while. Like I said, go to my home page on this channel, y'all. I got so much content. Y'all can go look and check. You can see the transition. You can see when I first season 1 when I had I had the whole podcast set up with the 4 mics and the headphones, and I had the camera dude and all that shit. You'll see another time when it's just I ain't had no guests. I used to have an audience on the other side of the camera. This shit tried to feed my guests. That's why it's called the Kickback Podcast Show, the Kickback Network. It's a kickback. I'm the first one. I'm the first podcaster that fed his guests on the podcast. People get that shit from me. You see a podcast where they cooking and feeding their guests, they got that from me. It's documented. You can go back to 2017. I'm the guy that was cooking steaks and all that type of shit, shrimp, fried chicken, whatever the guests wanted. I was feeding my guests along with the drinking and smoking. Oh, that's all I've been doing though, Summer Love. I'm very determined. Appreciate that, Sam God. Like I said, man, like y'all don't. Uh, I think going looking at my videos, my reaction shows, the Kickback Chit Chat. That's my reaction show. The podcast is Cut Occasion Kickback Podcast Show. You'll know what you're looking at because the logos on the bottom of the screen will show you watching. When I do my reaction show, the Kickback Chit Chat, I started off with a little rhyme. All my shows, the Kickback Chit Chat started off. It's the Kickback Chit Chat. Roll up a zigzag and drink a six pack. I know y'all with that. Shout out to the homie Mr. Water in Big Sack. Get stacks, nigga. That ever been mixed pack. Only what about the niggas who get it back? I said a little rhyme. Sometimes I say it real slow. I say it real fast just to build some fun shit. But I always my intros of my little rhyme. Just let everybody know I'm a rapper too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I still keep that music in me. Like this was a music channel first. It was a music podcast channel. We talk strictly music only, other stuff. But then I just started talking about. I started extending my topics when I started doing the Kickback Chit Chat back in 2023. See, I started doing the Kickback Chit Chat 2023. So I've been doing two different shows for a long time. I just started doing the live stream a year ago. So this live show, it's been what, 13, 14 months since I started doing this. I started last March. We'll be in April right now. So yeah, I started doing March. Yeah, go look at my resume. Like I said, you on the channel right now. Go to the home page and you'll see, go up on the videos. You'll see all those pre-recorded shows. You'll be like this on your fucking phone. Damn, damn, damn. Yeah, I got content for real. I just started doing this live. And I didn't want to do the live. I had this chick I was hanging out with named Caitlin, this white chick. We used to go to the bar and shit and we used to get drunk. Well, she'll get drunk. I just be chilling. And we'll come here, we leave the bar. And she's like, I just go live on your YouTube channel. She got me into that. The first time she said this shit, I was like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to go live. I don't want to do that shit. And she was like, come on, man, please, please. I was like, no. So the next night she came over, she said it. I happened to be feeling good that night. And so we clicked on, we went live, and it worked. I think the first time we went live, we got about 450 views. The next night she came on, we got like 800 views, then with the 1,200, then with the 1,700, then 2,500 views, and we got to a point, and shit, I was getting views by myself without her, 2,500, 1,700, and then we started getting to 20,000, 25,000. I think one show we did 40,000 on that bitch. We had about 100 and some people peeking on here. I got like 98 subscribers in one night. One show I got 98 subscribers. 400. What it said. It said so, but anyway. But yeah, that shit. But all of a sudden, I started playing music. I started playing music on my channel, trying to find traffic. Because once Caitlin started coming on the show, the people started coming on. So they really was over there trying. They was here to look at the redhead white girl. Uh, See now, Leo been watching my channel before I started doing live. Leo been watching my channel for what, 5 years now, almost 5 years. So Leo been tapped in on the channel. Me and Leo worked together. When I started working there, when I first told him I do a podcast on YouTube, he subscribed right then, and he watched every show I did. I just happened when I started going live. He been tapping in as much as I go live. He be on here. Yeah, I see. You know what? I've watched people give up. I inspire people to do podcasts and have a YouTube channel, and they came to me and say, Cuddy, man, I want to start a podcast, man. What I need to do? I said, the first thing you want to do is stay consistent, nigga. And you got to find out what you want to talk about and what your shit gonna be categorized under. You got to find your way. You just can't come over here. It ain't all about podcast. It ain't all about just sitting there talking. Y'all just having those bullshit conversations about nothing. Anybody can do that, but can you stay consistent too, though? So yeah, I watch a lot of people who started podcasts just because they see me doing it or they wanted to compete with me, and they probably did about 7 or 8 episodes and did nothing no more. See, like I said, I'm almost at 1,000 uploads on this channel. So I've been doing this shit. I'm very consistent and determined. So, and anybody will tell you that shit. You gotta understand, when I first started podcasting, people laughed at this shit though, cause I'm a hood nigga, you know. I'm a rapper. I was at the time I was probably hustling still, and they were like, "What the hell this nigga on the camera do?" I was at the radio station at iHeart Radio. They thought I was at a radio station where they can call in and shit. I'm like, nah, man, it's a podcast. Nobody knew what a podcast was then. It was 2016. At least people around my area, they're like, man, what a podcast is. I'm like, and it was only thing back then. It was only comedians and nerds doing podcasts. It was only probably about three hip hop platforms podcasts. That's Rap Radar. Uh, what's the nigga name? Elliot Wilson that works for Jay Z. And I think Ice T had a podcast. And then it came with it wasn't Drink Champs. It was another dude who had a podcast. It was Charlamagne the God, and the dude had Brilliant Idiots. They had that podcast, and then you had Tax Stone. Then when Tax Stone came, that what made me want to be a podcast because Joe Budden was doing it, and then Tax Stone. Then Noriega came with Drink Champs. I started podcasting when Noriega and them dropped. When they came with Drink Champs, that's when I started podcasting. That's how long I've been podcasting. I appreciate the donation. I appreciate all you guys tonight, though, man. What else y'all want to talk about before we wrap this shit up, man? Anything else? Anything else y'all want to talk about, guys? Anything we missed out on? So, like Leo said, do we think Ice Spice deserved it? I mean, like I said, I can't call it because I don't know what was said at the table. I don't know if the girl came to the table with disrespect or Ice Spice was being a little bitch ass bitch from the Bronx. You know, the old Puerto Rican from the Bronx, Dominican, whatever she is. She maybe I don't know what I can call on that situation, but that's why I say I gotta play devil's advocate to both sides. Now, if the girl came over there with some ratchet, disrespectful ways, and they caused Ice Spice to react back in a negative way back, and she couldn't handle what Ice Spice said to her because she was under the influence, she swung at Ice Spice first. She attacked Ice Spice. Ice Spice got the right to defend herself. Now, if she came over there as a respectful fan and and as a respectful fan and asked a question, whatever she might say it to her, and Ice Spice reacted back, being disrespectful or trying to belittle her or something. Then no girl, like she did what anybody else probably do. We human beings. We gonna attack with some words, and we gonna say this, that, that. And whether Ice Spice said something back to her, the fact that you already disrespected me, and then you finna call me out my name again, like she said, I guess she called her a bitch or whatever, and then bam. So that's how I look at it. So I don't. I put it like this though. I'm glad Ice Spice stood her ground. Comeback Jack, that's what I'm talking about. Rest in peace. That's the Rap Radar. Comeback Jack is Rap Radar. Rest in peace, Comeback Jack. That's what I'm talking about. That's Rap Radar. Comeback Jack. Now, Rap Radar is Elliot Wilson. Comeback Jack. I don't trip it, yeah. But I left out Comeback Jack. He was doing it. Rest in peace. Yeah, Joe Budden, Ice T. Yeah, Ice T was really the first one that started. Then Joe Budden. Ice T, matter of fact, Snoop Dogg kind of had a show, but he really wasn't calling it podcast. You know, when I first came home from prison in 2012, we had a talk radio. We had a internet radio show at the studio. Me and my group members used to do. We did that shit probably about like a month, and we got back to the music and shit. But it wasn't called podcasting then. Maybe if we would have stuck to that shit, man, we probably would have had something going. But it was called internet radio. Yeah, Joe Budden. But I'm gonna tell you what inspired me to do podcasts is when I started watching Tax Stone. Cause it made I seen another nigga, a street nigga, that talk that shit like I talk, and got stories like I got, and a lot of rappers from around the way fuck with me because I'm from that pedigree. Uh, I felt that inspired me to be a podcaster. I said, well, we got this nigga right here, hood and street too. Hey, I can do this shit. What I want. He made me do it, and then plus I'm witty. I'm funny sometimes, and I got a lot of stories and shit. That I can share with people. Like it's gonna be like it's quite like the podcast. I got homeboys. I got people who I grew up with. They're gonna come sit on the couch, and we're gonna talk about back in the day type of shit. Stuff that y'all probably be intrigued to hear. I like for people. It's women who want to call on my show. I got homegirls that went through a divorce. They've been talking. I've been having females want to come on my show to talk about their divorce and talk about all the type of stuff y'all see me do with Jen Mack way back in the day. But I also was in a relationship with a jealous woman. She was real jealous. She didn't like me interviewing women if she wasn't around. And I don't know. It just and I went shit months, years without interviewing females because I didn't want my the lady I was with to be. I ain't want to start no argument, man. Because I'm not with that back and forth and argument shit, that domestic shit. I'd rather leave the relationship. I'll leave out the fucking relationship. We ain't finna be hollering and yelling at each other just because we feel like we can. Yeah, I've been fucking with Joe Budden since he was a rapper though. I like Joe Budden, man. Like I said, man, back then, y'all want to know something, man? You can go back and listen to the Ian Gleason show on SoundCloud or podcast, whatever they got on Apple. I started on the Ian Gleason show. It was episode 69 when I started on the Ian Gleason show, October the 1st, 2016. But you ain't hearing me on certain episodes. Back then, I said it 1,000 times. I said this shit ain't got to the hood yet. I said, wait till podcast and get to the hood, y'all. When podcast and get to the hood, y'all, it's gonna be a whole nother ball game. It's gonna be like the rap game, guys. It's gonna be more messier. It ain't gonna be like it is now. We sitting around telling jokes and having contents about fucking how you eat your scrambled eggs or whatever like that. It's gonna be a whole nother ball game now, man. It's gonna be like you gonna have to be messy. It's gonna be very controversial to make. It's gonna change the game. But once it get to the hood, podcast is not gonna be like it is. And I said that shit, and what I said is what happening now. The only way you can get numbers on podcasts is if you running them plays and doing some old crazy ass shit like Cameron did. He let the wrestler dude jump over the table, and body slam him and all that shit right there. You see what they be doing on those jumper. They were always running plays on no jumper. Charleston White them always doing from Say Cheese, all that shit. All the successful channels keeping their shit going by doing crazy shit, making themselves look stupid. But I said years ago, I said once this shit get to the hood, man, and get ratchet, man, it's gonna change up. And that's what it did. And now you gotta understand now back then, we weren't that many celebrities having podcasts. So now you got basketball players, models, rappers, comedians, actors. Everybody got a podcast show now. It's so oversaturated now. That's why I stopped doing. That's why I made my channel more than just podcasting. That's why I made a reaction show. I do reaction on. That's why I don't gotta have no guests. If I still want to put out content, I can still, to keep traffic on my channel. I can do my live stream, just in case I don't have a guest. So that's why I really stopped doing my podcast and started doing the kickback chit chat, the reaction show, because I got tired of guests pulling out at the last minute or not showing up on time or just being boring. I was getting guests. I feel like some of these guests they thought they had motion and shit until they got on my channel. Everybody that watched the interview, shit, are my people. You probably got about 5 or 6 people watch the show because they're your fans, but everybody else watch this channel, this episode with my people. They watch it because it's me. Very oversaturated. That's why I'm like, let me move around and I go live on Facebook a lot too though. But that's why I really get my I direct a lot of traffic over here too for my Facebook channel because I'm more live on Facebook. Especially back in the day, I used to be real live on Facebook. I go live on Facebook a lot because I can play my music and shit, and I be cooking and shit in the kitchen when I go live on Facebook. But a lot of people tap in on my live on Facebook and they be like, "Hey man, I'm glad you moving the needle, man," and like I don't really be promoting all the bullshit and messy shit like everybody else do from my area, like Shreveport. There's a lot of mess going on in Shreveport with the podcast and shit, the content creators and influencers. They all going back and forth with each other like rappers. And at one time, I was in the mix of that shit. I had to back out that shit. I said, "It's not what I got into podcasting for. I got into podcasting to give people their flowers, man. I created a platform to give people their flowers. Upcoming rappers on their way. You might can't go on that show or that show or that show. Hey, you can go on my show. You got music. Maybe somebody gonna hear your shit through my platform. I got a show on YouTube. Somebody gonna look you up. That's why I started podcasting. I did that shit for years by giving flowers. I didn't start becoming. I got Petty. I created a moniker and an alter ego called Petty Kruger. I Petty Kruger was like I didn't hold back on anything, and I created that around about what 2019. Uh, then I carried it on through 2020, 2021, through the pandemic, and then I just got to the point in 2022. I'm like, you know what? Let me stop being petty, and and by 2023, I ended up doing the reaction show, which I love doing the reaction show because I love because not only I'm reacting off some shit, but I'm sharing stories that I relate to what I'm talking about, and I also I, I just like the kickback reaction show, man. I feel you. Everybody is though, man. Like back then, it used to be cool to say you're a podcaster. Back in the day, like even back in the day when the rap, back in the early 2000s and late 90s, I told somebody I was a rapper. He was very surprised. Like people were surprised to know that you could rap and shit. Now everybody know how to rap, or everybody raps. So it's not even cool to say you're a rapper no more. But same thing with podcasting. Back then when I told people I was a podcaster, they loved that shit, man. They questioned the fuck out of me. They wanted to pick my brain and all that. Now when you tell somebody you're a podcast, you got a YouTube channel, they give you the what you talking about on your podcast? Everybody. Because they want to see if your shit messy or some educational shit. They want to see where you at. And like, I'm not going to lie. As a rapper, everybody loved me. Since I became a podcaster or content creator, I got people who hate my guts who ain't never been around me. I got people, but I got a lot of people that love me though, so it outweighs the people who don't fuck who hate my guts. I might say, think about it though. I might say 1,000 things that you loved and agree with me on. All it took for me to say one thing that you didn't agree with me on, and you fucking hate me for life. That's crazy though. That's crazy. That's how that shit works. But I remember becoming like being a podcaster. People they hate podcasters. They hate our. It's like we consider the bad guys. Oh, swipe life them young boys. I think they been on my show twice. Man, they had brought a flock of girls up in there one day, man. The second time I interviewed them dudes, and it used to be like I said, I had an audience. It'd be like 20 people on the other side of the camera in the apartment. And so they had went to go get some girls one day. I guess they were parked outside. They had to meet them outside and walk them in the house. Man, they had like about 5 or 6 girls. Looked like they all looked alike. They looked like they was Asian and black or some shit. They all looked alike. I'm like, damn. You could see the reaction on my face, like, God damn. Swipe Life was cool though. The little homies. Oh yeah, I got. You'll see my son Ryder, even on the Ian Gleason show. My son Ryder, man. Ryder was when he was a little kid. Ryder was at all my episodes. Season one anyway. Season he was all in season one. Season two, season three, season four, he wasn't on that no more. But he was on the Ian Gleason show a lot, and he was on my season one. Mm-hmm. All right, Summer Love, you have a good night. I'm about to tap out of here too myself, you know what I'm saying? I've been on here about an hour and a half. I think I gave a good enough live tonight, though. I just wanted to wrap it up with you guys about the Shreveport thing, like I said, y'all keep Shreveport in y'all prayers, man. This ain't, I'm not doing this show for no type of clout or I don't, or no pat on the back or none of that. I just want to, pray for my city, man. And like I said, I appreciate you guys for tapping in and hit the likes and the donation. If you sub, appreciate the subs too tonight. It's your boy Cuddy J, broadcasting live out of Dallas, Texas. It's the Kickback Network. I'm out like a fat kid in dodgeball, and I'ma holler at y'all. You heard me? Peace.